So, I want to tell you a story. It's about a boy named Adi and a single tiny pea seed. But listen, this isn't just some kid's story. This is really an explainer about the fundamental cycle of learning, of failing, and of growing that all of us go through. It's a pattern you see everywhere, whether you're learning guitar or, building a business. Let's jump in.
Everything kicks off with this one simple, amazing question. A young boy, Adi, is looking at this tiny little thing, a pea seed or matar, and he asks his teacher, "You're telling me a big plant is going to come out of this?" And when you stop and think about it, it really does sound like magic, doesn't it? His teacher's answer wasn't a long lecture. It was a challenge. She just said, put it in mud, water it, and see for yourself. And that's where our whole journey begins.
And right there, in that moment, a simple question becomes a real-life experiment. This is such a critical step in any learning process, right? It's that jump from just being curious to actually taking action. Adi's not going to just take his teacher's word for it. No, he's about to become a scientist right in his own backyard. He's going to find out the truth for himself.
So what does he do? He plants the seed, and his first instinct is just pure, unfiltered enthusiasm. He's working on a pretty simple idea. More has to be better. So he waters it. Not once, not twice, but 3 times a day. He's just pouring all of his energy and hope into that little pot, totally convinced that all that effort is going to get him results fast.
But a few days go by, and nothing. The dirt is just dirt. Adi's totally confused. He did what he was told. He put it in the mud, he watered it. In fact, he watered it a ton. And this is where we hit that first huge roadblock that happens in almost any project. That super frustrating feeling when you're putting in a ton of effort and getting absolutely nothing back.
And this is where Adi, and, all of us, learn a really crucial lesson. He's about to find out that just being enthusiastic, while it's a great thing, it isn't the whole story. As a matter of fact, sometimes our best efforts, when they're not applied the right way, can be the very reason we don't succeed.
This slide just lays it out so perfectly. You've got Adi's belief on one side. He told his mama, "I gave it as much as I can," thinking that max effort should equal success. But the reality, it was pretty harsh. The seed had basically rotted from too much water. His good intentions literally drowned his goal. Now you have to listen to how Adi's mama explains this. She's brilliant. She doesn't just tell him the answer. She gives him this perfect analogy that makes everything just click. She asks him, why doesn't the doctor give you all your calcium tablets for the month on the very first day? And of course the answer is obvious, right? Your body can't handle it all at once. In that single moment, Adi has his big aha moment. A seed, it's exactly the same.
And that one little insight, it changes everything. Adi shifts from that more is better mindset to following a patient, proven process. His mama didn't just point out the problem, she gave him a clear set of instructions for what to do next.
Okay, let's break down this new game plan. It's simple, it's specific, and it's all about patience. Step 1, soak the seed overnight. This kind of wakes it up. Then, make a gentle little hole in the soil. And the most important part, give it just a little water, only once a day. See, this isn't about brute force anymore. It's about creating the right conditions for growth. The big takeaway here is so clear. It's about having the right method, not just using more muscle. And the result of this new, patient approach? Success. In just 3 days, a tiny little sapling with 2 green leaves pokes its way out of the soil. That first sign of life? That wasn't luck. It was the direct result of his new patience and following a process that actually works.
But that little sapling, that was just the beginning. Now that Adi gets the basic rules of growth, he's about to see the incredible rewards that come from doing consistent, careful work over time.
Just look at the plant's journey here. It's incredible. After that first sprout on day 3, it just takes off. A few weeks later, it's growing fast with these cool, curvy tendrils. Then, about a month in, these beautiful multicolored flowers pop up. And then, the real magic happens. The very thing he wondered about at the start. Those flowers turn into pods, full of peas.
And here it is, the ultimate payoff. His mama takes the peas from his plant and cooks a dish called aloo matar. His effort is literally on the dinner table, feeding his family. And he gets a new title out of it, a good farmer. He didn't just grow a plant. He created something real, something with tangible value.
But the story doesn't just end with a successful harvest. Oh no, nature has one more lesson to teach. After about 2 months, the plant starts to wither. The leaves turn yellow. To Adi, it looks like it's dying.
And this brings us to the final, and maybe the most important part of the whole cycle. You can just feel Adi's sadness in that one little sentence. He's poured his heart into this plant, watched it grow, and now it just looks like all that success is slipping away. It's that feeling of loss and confusion we all get when something we love, a project or even a chapter of our life, comes to an end.
But Mama, once again, she just completely reframes his perspective. The plant isn't dying, it's transforming. Its life force is pulling back, concentrating all of its energy into new seeds. It's wrapping itself up inside them to keep safe, just waiting for the next season to start the whole cycle all over again.
And this is just such a beautiful idea, isn't it? The plant makes sure it can survive, but it also creates this abundance, a whole bunch of extra seeds for the people who took care of it. It's a perfect model of a give-and-take relationship. We take care of it, and in return, it provides for us and for the future.
So the final task isn't about being sad. It's about preparation. Adi and his mama carefully dry out the new seeds and they store them away for the next season. It just goes to show you that completing a cycle with care and intention is just as important as starting one. It's all about making sure that future growth is possible.
So, if we boiled this whole amazing journey down, what are the big takeaways? Well, there are 4. First, balance is way more effective than just brute force. Second, following a proven process is the best way to get results. Third, patience, real patience, is always rewarded. And finally, maybe the biggest lesson of all, what looks like an ending is usually just a new beginning.
You know, Adi started with one little pea seed and a simple question. He went through failure, he got some guidance, and with a little patience, he grew so much more than just a plant. He grew his own understanding of how things really work. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, right? Every great project, every new skill, every big idea you'll ever have starts as a single seed. So the only real question left is, what will you choose to plant, and how are you going to help it grow?